Today my focus is being able to walk into the bathroom where my art studio is. I call it the cockpit because it's so small. Anyway, I want to be able to walk in here and at least get to the counter. I want all this cleared, which sucks because that means all these little things have to be organized, thrown away, dealt with, and they go to all different parts of the house. This is my least favorite chore. It's minutia. It's tiny things that have to be dealt with, and I hate it. However, I have this stack of bin things, so I'm going to utilize those to separate these into what room they go to. Well, that'll at least make it a little easier. I can sit down and just toss and go from there. But this is just my kryptonite, man. Ugh. This is where my motivation and my excitement and all my planning breaks down, is when I have all this little crap to deal with. And there's even dirty paper towel in there. Come on, man. Thanks to the fact that I don't mind throwing things in the trash, that process took less than 5 minutes. I've got my little things separated, got a lot of trash, yay. But underneath, another container full of just stuff. And then there's a hamper in another room waiting for me, full of just little things. But I feel more positive about it now because that went really fast. It wasn't that bad. Again, that went really fast. I thought it was going to be worse. Now, things are only separated, and I still have to go put them up. I put this on wheels, this little stand of bins, so I could push it around. And I don't like having to go put all this stuff up, but it is separated. It's ready. And I've got an empty hamper and an empty. These are fantastic for crafts. I use these all the time for things. Kitty litter buckets. Anyway, so I'm going to go grab that other hamper. Well, okay, wait. First, I need to clear this. It's right at the entrance, and it was my goal, so I better not get distracted. I'll do this, and then I'll go get that hamper if I'm still feeling positive. Okay, I did that, and now, if I can get it in focus, there's this stuff that was hiding behind that stuff. Gonna attack that, and then get this stuff off this drawer. Boom, got that clear. I read a book called Sync Reflections by Marla Seeley. I'll put a link in the description. She suggests breaking down your projects like slices of pie. And that was the best tip I learned from that book. When I've got a huge project, I break it down into like 1 square foot or 2 square feet or a slice of pizza, whatever analogy you like. Like this little piece of the countertop right here, just this last bit, that's going to be my next slice. I just want to see that clear a little bit. Although, I did just create a bunch of garbage. So I may go throw this cardboard out first. But you know what? This has gone really fast. I got a nice big spot here, cleared. I'm feeling good about it. I'm still going to grumble when I have to go put this stuff up, but I'll just grab one bin at a time, and I'm feeling sure it'll go faster than I think it will. It's that dread that makes me pause and wait and stall and procrastinate. But when I go to actually do it, I just have to remember it's not that bad. Just slice it up, icebergs into ice cubes, mountains into tiny little molehills, whatever analogy you like. It does genuinely help me to just break it up into little bites. And then to record it for YouTube. By the way, since I've been using it, this is one of my double buckets. So if I'm dipping paper beads, which is something you do if you do paper beads, if you know, you know. Or if I'm working with anything messy that I have to pour over something, or if I'm dipping something like, say, wood in PC petrifier or varnish, whatever I'm doing, I tend to do it right here into this can. I think the last thing I did that created all that gray stuff was something to do with my rock tumbler. I think I had to pour out a bunch of sludge. And I just use this for all the nasty stuff. It just stays in here, and every once in a while I rinse it out, but it's just my double bucket. You know, remember Bob Ross and how we talked about beating the devil out of a paintbrush? That happens in here too. So my little double bucket, which has actually gained weight from from sludge that I poured in there. Sometimes I have to scrape out the stuff, but it's good to have one of these in your craft room. I use the heck out of it. This probably didn't take that long. It felt like it took longer. There was just a lot of different stuff crammed up here, and I was getting frustrated, which is I'm going to take as an indication that it's time to do something else for a while. But I did it. Reached my goal here, my very modest goal. So I can walk up to the side of the sink. Just going to take care of all this cardboard. I created a bunch of empty containers, which I'm not going to put in front of the sink. As you can see, a long way to go. Just one piece at a time, one slice. Progress continues on the sink. I can actually walk up to it now. And I wanted to show you, well, number one, my sink is not usually this clean. I just scrubbed it. But I got this at Five Below, I think, little makeup brush cleaner. And it's got suction cups. I keep it right there, or sometimes in the bottom of a Tupperware container or plastic container to clean my brushes. It's pretty great. Pretty handy. So, and if you're wondering, I don't use oil paints. I use acrylics and watercolor, and I can get it all cleaned with Barkeeper's Friend. That's what I scrub with, and it works. Gets it all out. So, well, good enough for me anyway.